What's going on, guys? It's September 26th, 2024. It's Thursday. It's 9:59 p.m. Don't work tomorrow, so that's cool. I want to go to bed at the same time every night and just wake up when I wake up. The more I read and listen to more guys out there, the more I've come to realize, or the more I've come to learn, I should say, that consistent sleep schedule is just one of the best things that you can do for overall health, for focus, for energy, for everything. But dude, it's just tough because I want to sit here and I want to work on the stuff, and it's kind of like the excitement has to be put to sleep, literally, so that I can go to bed. And I just realized my music is still playing. My bad. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but just listening to some old Justin Stone tracks. If anybody knows who that is, that's awesome. I don't know if he's slowing down or if I don't know, but he hasn't made music in a while. It's kind of shitty because he used to be quite a popular guy. So anyway, what have I done today? What did I work on? Well, today I did a little bit of experimentation with the Neeto form. You heard me talk about it yesterday. I think I was talking about Neeto. It's a software company that has all their shit for free, and then you pay to support them, which I think is so cool. So anyway, I've been experimenting with the form software to see what I can or can't do because it looks much better than Google Forms. And if I can have something look better at no additional cost and be more organized and maybe even offer more things. Yeah, there's something in my mouth. The hell's going on here? I don't know. Then I'm going to do that. So, yeah. So the other thing that I did was I put all the 7 clips that I made yesterday, and the 7 clips that were 15 minutes long each, roughly. I put them all into Premiere Pro, which is the video editing software that I use. I put them all in there, made one long video, and let's see. The video is 1 hour, 36 minutes long. And it's interesting that I did that. Not interesting. It's funny that I made this because it was 1 hour and 40 minutes of me talking nonstop, recording the screen and trying to put on a happy face and giving a lot of side notes and everything in this document and trying to be as informative as I can. And dude, I made all this so the majority of the recording is just a document. The other minority, I guess, of the recording is me talking about MyFitnessPal. And I just found out today that Chronometer is another app that you can download and use for tracking. I always thought it cost money. I thought it was $20 a month. That's what I remember it being. But it turns out it's free. So I may redo the whole recording and talk about Chronometer because Chronometer actually is a lot more accurate. It focuses on the micronutrients as well, and it focuses on the accuracy of the foods. And if I go on there right now, dude, is this podcast just software reviews now? Holy shit. But if I go on there, I click on add food, I can actually filter out the source. So I can filter out, let me pull this up actually. Where do I do this? Hold on. I'm just going to put this in here. Okay, so I go to the data source. Data source, there's lab analyzed data. There's the Nutrition Coordinating Center Food and Nutrient Database. There's the United States Department of Agriculture National Nutrient Database for Standard Reference. There's the Canadian Nutrient File. There's the Irish Food Composition Database. There's a Dutch Food Composition Database. There's a McCants and Widowson, the composition of food. Anyway, keep on going, but there's a dozen more. And so if I read the very top, it says that Cronometer contains a number of different types of food data, which can be... Oh, I'm so sorry. It says here at Cronometer, we take pride in curating an accurate and complete database. Every user submitted food is reviewed by our curation team before being added to the database. Branded products that are submitted by users contain only the nutrition information from the nutrition facts table on the packaging or on the brand's official website. If you do find a mistake, please let us know. So needless to say, they have a team, and that team goes through all the submissions from people that submit things for food or whatever. And it contains everything that the nutrition label says. So it is the most accurate, and it is the most focused on micronutrients and vitamins, minerals, all that type of stuff. So for example, if I click on this banana, it looks like it's got 82 listed nutrients within this banana. So let's look up here. So one large banana, let's click on it, and I'm just going to run through this real quick. So 82 listed nutrients. So I can see on here, oops. So I can look on here. Let's go. What the hell is going on here? Oh, yeah. Okay, so one large banana has 121.04 calories. And then it tells me how much alcohol is in it. It tells me how much ash. I don't know what that is. It tells me how much beta hydroxybutyrate. It tells me how much caffeine, oxalate, how much water goes into the carbohydrates. So it tells me the carbs, fiber, starch, sugars, allulose, fructose, galactose, glucose, lactose, maltose, sucrose. Tells me all the amounts of all of those. Also tells me the amount of fats. So we have monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, omega-3, omega-6, saturated, trans, cholesterol. Whoa, what the... Oh, I thought it said trans fat in a banana. I was like, dude, we're fucked. Cholesterol, phytosterol. And then it's pretty cool because this is cool shit, man, because it goes in such depth. How much protein, but how much alanine, how much arginine, how much aspartic acid, how much cysteine, glutamic acid, glycine, histidine, hydroxyproline, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, proline, serine, threonine, tryptophan, tyrosine, valine. And I am going to read every single one of these off because it's crazy how much it knows. So B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, biotin, choline, folate, vitamin A, alpha carotene, beta cryptozanthin, lutein, zeaxanthin, okay, lysopene, retinol, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin E, beta tocopherol, delta tocopherol, gamma tocopherol, whatever, vitamin K. And then here's some words I can pronounce. We got calcium, chromium, copper, fluoride, iodine, iron, magnesium, manganese, molybdenum, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, sodium, and zinc. So the reason why I said all of those is because that tells me every single part of everything, or every single nutrient in the food. And the more that I look into health rather than macros and body composition, the more I realize that perhaps I've been doing this not the best way the whole time. Maybe the thing that I've been lacking the most is focusing on the micronutrients, which is kind of exciting. It sounds weird to say that, but now it makes me want to look into all foods to see what all foods have, because if I have access to this information for free, I mean, all I did was log into Chronometer, Cronometer, logged in, typed in banana. That's what it popped up with. And there's a lot of foods that don't contain all of that stuff, so I'll give you an example. So if I come in here, I add food, and I go to, let's say, Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes fucks, by the way. So spicy. We'll click on spicy. It looks like there's only 10 listed nutrients. There's 10 here. The banana had 82. So if I click on the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich jalapeno popper, it's got 13. So let's just click on it. What 10 nutrients are listed? So if I look on here, it looks like we have the calories, carbs, fiber, sugar, fat, saturated, trans, 2 grams of trans fat in a Popeyes sandwich. That's unfortunate, dude. Looks like I'm never having Popeyes again. Trans fat's horrible for you. Cholesterol, protein, and sodium. Those are the only things. 1,500 milligrams of sodium in a Popeye sandwich, dude. God damn, that's nuts. No one, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. This is a live reaction. I love looking at this shit. This is the stuff I've been putting in my body. So anyway, Chronometer's free. Just found that out. Thought it was always $20 a month. I don't know why I thought that. I'm curious if it ever was. But the cool part about this is me being into the fitness coach is there's a Chronometer Pro. It's called Plans for Professionals. This is $40 a month, and this allows me to see an in-depth look at my clients' diaries. The program that I'm going to use called EverFit, that's the training program that has everything I need in there. That allows me to see their macros from there, so I can see that. But this allows me to manage my clients. Let's see. So it says our professional version of the health coaches and trainers monitor your clients' Chronometer accounts. So I can view my client's diary at any time. I can share custom foods and recipes with my clients. I can chat with my clients. I can export reports to review with my clients. I can list my business on our public. It's 10 clients for $40 a month, which if I have 40 clients, or if I have 10 clients at $200 a month, it's $2,000. So $40 a month from the $2,000 profit is pennies. So it's not a problem. And yeah, so that's another option. And I had no intention of talking about all this in today's show, but it looks like that's the direction we took. But I want to share this. This is one thing I wanted to share because I want to get better at documenting small things like this, because I think this is the stuff long term that will be the most cool or the most interesting or whatever to look back on. So I'm going to play this reel. It's a podcast video of me just talking about something. And a reason why I want to share this is because I look at my insights and I look at the statistics of this video, because this one outperformed the rest by a lot as far as views go. So I come on here, I click on the last year of posts. I've only had this account for a month now. Not even a month, which is crazy. So the most amount of views I have on a post is 428, and it's my very first post, my Twitter post. And it says on there, it's talking about, this is single-handedly the best thing you can do if you want to be successful. Successful in the gym, business, relationships, And it says swipe. That's 428 views. So if I click on that, it looks like it was liked 10 times, commented on twice, sent to somebody else 3 times. 2 of those were me for sure, and saved once. That was me. 428 views, 87.6 of them were non-followers. I reached 331 accounts. So that's that. But my most viewed post now is this reel, and it's me talking. It's me. I'm sitting at my desk. Lighting is not the greatest. Wearing a black shirt. Hair's kind of combed. I got my microphone in front of me, and it just got some text on there, and it's got 1,040, so more than double. And so now what I need to start doing is looking at the posts that get the most views, the most reach, or whatever, and see why that is. Because if I go on here and I click on just posts, that post, the one that I talked about, this is single-handedly the best thing you can do if you want to be. That one has more than double every other post. So if I look at this, it's like, why did this one perform better than the rest? And that might be because it maybe it had a good hook. Maybe because looking at it, you want to know what the single-handedly the most best thing you can do for whatever. So it causes people to swipe over to the next picture, because this is a carousel post, and then read that, and maybe something's in the, see what's actually in the caption. How do I check that? Can't check it. Thanks, Instagram. So whatever. So that one's got 428. The next one is a picture of me at the gym doing bicep curls. It's got 180 views. Next one is me in the bathroom it's a selfie. It's 162. The one shirtless of me looking nice only has 111. So this Twitter post of me saying some words got 4 times the amount as me looking juicy in the bathroom with my shirt off. So anyway, I'm going to play this clip because this one has the most amount of views. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to share some interesting stats right after. So it's been viewed 1,040 times. The grand total watch time is 43 minutes, 45 seconds. And I've had 14 interactions. I don't know what that means. Let's look. Interactions is the number of likes, saves, comments, and shares on your reels minus the number of unlikes, unsaves, and deleted comments. Okay? So 1,040 views, 95.6 of those were from other people, from non-followers, I mean. I've reached 920 accounts with this one post. 920 accounts is a shit ton of people. It's an auditorium full of people. That's a lot of people. Now here's the part that is the most interesting. It took me so long to get to this point, but so it's been watched by 920 accounts. But the average watch time is 2 seconds. That means my hook was shit. I mean, there's no hook. You'll see. You'll hear. My hook was shit. It didn't capture any attention. If it did, it would be watched longer than 2 seconds. 2 seconds is this. Ready, set, go. 1, 2. And then they clicked out of it. That's a very good lesson for me to look at. Watch the video and be like, yeah, the first 2 seconds do blow ass. Don't wonder why people kept scrolling. So I share that because I'm going to play it. I'm going to play the exact one that we're talking about here for documentation purposes and also so you can get an idea. So I'm going to play it right now. So, I'm going to... Eyes on you. Okay, ready? Here we go.
There's so many people who are looking at you, who got their eyes on you, who want you to succeed and do better in life, but they're not reaching out and saying, oh, congrats, good job, every step of the way. So you got to just move on from that.
So that's the clip. That's it. I wouldn't say I'm proud of that, but it is something, and I put it out there, and I'm proud of the consistency and sticking with this. So there's wins everywhere, but as far as the content quality and all that stuff goes, it could be a lot better. But let's do it again, and I'm going to stop it after 2 seconds. Okay, ready? Here we go.
There's so many people who are looking at you, who got their eyes.
All right, and then they moved. Let me redo that for.
Today,
God damn it.
If nothing changes in your life,
okay.
There's so many people who are looking at you, who got their eyes on you.
Boom, just like that. That's it. That's all they listen to. That's all they watch. I'm going to do it one more time. Ready?
Right out of time.
All right, go.
There's so many people who are looking at you, who got their.
Okay, that's it. After that, they kept scrolling, and they said, yeah, that I'm not interested. So that's fine, because this is learning. I'm learning. So right there, first of all, I know that there's no hook there. There's so many people that want you to do good in life. Oh, wait, hold on.
There's so many people who are looking at you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the thing that I just said would be a lot better of a hook because it insinuates the fact, or it alludes to the fact that I'm about to say something to the contrary. There's so many people that want you to do good in life. It's like, oh, yeah, what are you going to say after that? This one is, there's so many people who have their eyes on you. What does that even mean? So I think the thing that I just said is a better hook, but whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. That's something that I want to do better at documenting the show because I don't have video. Nothing's video recorded here. It's just audio. And then we have the transcript now. So let's actually take a look at that real quick. So with almost 20 episodes, I've got 146 full-page Word document pages full of written word. 146 pages. So needless to say, I'm going to have... So if 10 episodes is about 70 pages, let's do some quick math. 7,305 times 10, obviously 73,050. And I think... Also, that's a full page. So think about buying a book that has 146,000 pages. That's how long my documentation will be if I just so happen to just no longer make episodes after 7,305. And if you're new around here, 7,305 is the 20-year anniversary of the podcast. Because that was the first goal I set. I want to do this for 20 years. And real quick, I know I'm going all over the place, but setting a goal to do in 20 years really makes everything else that's less than 20 years seem so much more attainable, so much closer, so much smaller. I mean, like I have this 20-year goal, so now when I look at other things like, oh, it's only going to take me 12 years? Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, let's keep going. Or now the ones that are like, yeah, it's only going to take a year or two. It's like, dude, that's it? That's it, dude? You know? So if I think that's one thing. I think this might be one of the things that I look back on in the future. The thing that I tell people the most about was, hey, I set my first goal to record 7,305 podcast episodes in a row without missing a day, which is 20 years. My first goal in all of this was to do something for 20 years. That was my first goal. It wasn't like get rich by next Monday. It was, hey, in the next lifetime of my current life, I want to do this thing. So anyway, I'm all over the place. But anyway, after I worked on putting that hour and 40 long clip together and started working on it today, while I was at work, I came across a couple clips talking about Chronometer and saying how it was free and stuff. And I was like, dude, no fucking way. So I might re-record that whole video. And I think normally I'd be like, God damn it, dude. Like, just this ignorance tax. I got to pay this, got to record this probably 3 more times. But here's the thing. Before I started recording all this, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to have to re-record this multiple times because probably going to fuck up, probably going to update the document, probably going to change things. Logo might change colors, whatever. It's just going to have to be updated and changed. And I even say that in the beginning of the video. I'm like, hey, so this video's fine. Everything's correct in here, but the document you're looking at and following along with might have a couple different words, might have different colors here. It might be extra sentences, might be different font, whatever. I'm just nitpicky, whatever. That's how I started it. And I was like, well, anyway, let's dive into it. So interesting, man. So maybe I'll just have one for MyFitnessPal, one for Cronometer. Maybe I'll get one for another one. I mean, the more the merrier. There's no wrong answer. You can use either one. Cronometer just seems to be the better option as far as accuracy and tracking the finer details. So really into that. So especially if I can still see it through Everfit, which is the program I use for everything else. So that's really cool. So anyway, then after that, I had a visitor. Lexi came and visited me, so chatted with her, and I'm going to talk about something with her on another episode, but it's spoiler alert here. It's about loving pretty much our interests more than each other. And that was a pretty cool conversation that we had. So anyway, she came over and spent some time with her, and then I came back up to my room. Now I'm recording my podcast here. And then I spent more time working on the client check-in tracker sheet, whatever you want to call it, which pretty much is their name, their updated macros. I've talked about this so much, I don't want to get into it. It's the tracker sheet, the check-in sheet, the thing that's I'm going to talk about with the client over a video, the screen-recorded video, and go over in depth all their progress, what's going on, go over their weekly check-in form, go over that. And this is going to be something that I send them as well so that they can have access and they can track and they can see all this stuff. And it's more or less just a ginormous visual aid for somebody that can see everything that they want and see all the data, all the statistics, all the projected dates of when am I going to be able to lose. If I keep up the progress of losing 0.9 pounds per week, then in 10 weeks, I'm going to have lost 9 pounds, and that puts me at my goal weight, and I'm excited. So if I just keep on doing and living life the way I am, I'm going to lose 9 pounds, and I'll be at my goal. And that's the idea, is to provide so much information in a very controlled way so it's not overwhelming, that the client feels so content knowing that they just have all the information that they need to achieve their goals. Nothing more, nothing less. It's all laid out right here. And there's some cool visuals. And there's check boxes, there's streaks, there's things that are down here that would incentivize consistency and commitment and adherence, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Because there's different medals and award progressions. I mean, I'm literally working on making the logos for these symbols for patches that I will physically ship the client and medals that I will physically ship the client so they can have proof and always look at this thing that they've earned as a reminder that they can do hard shit, that they can focus on this, they can adhere to this, they can go however long without this. Because the medals and awards, we've got the workouts, the nutrition, the water, the check-in consistency, being prepared. It's an interesting one. Then we have the purge, the oath, the crucible, and the rigor, which is the 4 mental toughness tasks. And then I've got some more that I'm working on. And yeah, so it's got all this in a checkbox form. And when you check the box, it changes a different color. It's a cool gradient. It's just small shit like that, dude. It's cool. Then we've got all the weekly compliance and the weight and projections. And it looks like based on your past experience, looks like when your daily compliance is about 80%, looks like that's when you're making the most progress. But when you stoop down to 60%, as we can see here in week 5 and 7 and 8, looks like you didn't lose any weight at all. So let's work on keeping So it's a lot of shit that nobody else tracks, nobody else focuses on. Probably a lot of people don't even know that you can do. I just so happen to be a goddamn nerd when it comes to this stuff. And I love Excel. So I love coming on here, making graphs, making charts, making formulas, making things calculate, So I'm in heaven with this part of it. So, but the key here is not to have all the bells and whistles. The key here is to make it so deliverable, so consumable, easily understandable, easily readable, not overwhelming, not confusing, not frustrating, so that the client gets all the things that I want them to get without the things that I don't. Seems fairly simple and straightforward, but how do I give them this entire spreadsheet and be like, yeah, so just check it out, man. You'll like it. It's like I need to walk them through each part, what each part does, what each part is, because there's a lot of moving parts here. But when you understand each part, like for example, the whole left side of the sheet, first thing is their name. Then under that, it says your updated macros as of the date of this recording. Then it's got protein, carbs, fats, calories. So grand total, we've got 5 boxes, and it's looking nice. Everything is very bold. It's very vibrant in color. Then below all this, we have the different macro splits based on the amount of meals per day. And this is just a visual aid. So we have how much protein, carbs, and fats would I need on average if I eat 3 meals a day. So there's a whole thing right there, a big number 3. And then how many protein, carbs, fats, calories would I need if I ate 4 meals per day on average? And you got this big number 4. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it just serves as a visual for the client so that they know where to go. They know what to reference. They know how to get their calories and macros in. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to work in something else that basically I'm trying to organize it and trying to put all the information that they need and take away all the information that they don't. Put that on another sheet and use that as a helper sheet, which if you don't know what that is, it's me putting a bunch of numbers, formulas, whatever on another sheet that the client doesn't have access to so that doesn't have to be on this sheet and confuse them. Just a bunch of helper numbers and whatever, references and you name it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on today. I'm very tired, so I'm actually going to record. So it's 10:26. I'm going to finish this recording up and I'm going to bed. So yeah, guys, that's the show. Everything's a work in progress. I wanted to get this done, everything done, and have the program launched by October. But I really am just so focused on making this thing just so great that when I do get my first client, it just blows them out of whoa, I should have talked a little bit faster there, huh? It blows them out of the water. Blows it out of the park, whatever. It just fucking blows them. We'll just leave it at that, dude. Fuck. So that's the idea. I don't want to make some half-assed product and be, here's a spreadsheet, here's your workouts, so $5,000 a month. Is that cool? That's not what I want to do. I want to have the whole wow factor. And, you could say that it's procrastination by perfectionism, and I'm trying to make sure everything's just right. And the best way to get started is to just start. And I say that all the time, and I fully believe that. However, I'm trying to make this nice, and I'm not procrastinating. I'm actively working on this every day. So that's not procrastination. That's literally active work toward a goal to make sure that I achieve the goal so that I can move on to the next step. So, and no, that's not a justification. That's fucking fact. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to end the show. I'm tired as hell. So appreciate you guys listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.